a massive 315-pound bluefin tuna taken by Joseph Martinez on board the Endeavor out of Ventura Harbor, sport fishing. We have that story. Also, how are things going on the other side of the border? Are the kelps producing? And are there more tuna in our future in San Diego? Those things are starting to really bite. Welcome, everybody. It's the morning briefing here on the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel. Really great to be back with you all. Thanks for joining us. We've got those stories and lots more, including local dorado, some really good surf fishing. There is so much to cover this lovely Sunday morning. It's a bit chilly down here, actually. Chilly by Southern California standards, probably like 65 degrees here on the beach this morning. But as you can see, the ocean's pretty flat, calm, overcast. Nice day, and it looks like the weather is not going to be an issue. We've got nice weather forecast down there in San Diego on the grounds where they are fishing the tuna and dorado. That's good because weather's been a little bit of an issue. And also, my son Philip is out fishing bluefin tuna this morning behind Catalina, between Clemente and Catalina, where a lot of that fishing has been going on. Hopefully, we'll hear some good stuff from him later on today. All right, first of all, Captain Eddie Leland, many of you are aware he is in the midst of a battle with prostate cancer. He really needs all your positive vibes, your thoughts, your prayers. Eddie could really use them right now. Please, if you're a person that believes in the power of prayer, shoot some prayers in his direction. He could really use it. The Amigo, our next trip, will be August the 31st. Got a few spots left on that one. It is a 2-day trip, limited to only 14 people. You want to catch the fish of a lifetime, here's your chance to do it. $695, includes all your meals, and it should be a really fun time. I'll be there to shoot your photo and get video of your prize catch. And then we have two-day trips on the Pride, one in September, one in October. You want those list of those trips and how to get on, just send me a text, 657-227-6459. I'll shoot you the list and you can decide on whether you want to join us or not. Bass Pro Shops, I'll be there doing a podcast at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday, September the 10th, 1 in the afternoon, right in front of the big bass tank. Can't wait to shake your hand, and thank you for being a part of the Friedman Adventure family. It means a lot to us. All right, let's shoot up north. We're talking about bluefin and everything else. We have to start with Joseph Martinez, who I met recently. And how I met him was I was at 22nd Street Landing, and this lovely family had flown in from Montana, father, son, daughter. They had flown in from Montana to fish on board the Pride. They got a big bluefin tuna on that trip, but they went out of their way to gather up all this clothing in a giant bag and fly down with it from Montana and give it to me for our missions in Mexico. We take a lot of stuff down there. We'll be doing that on January the 6th, Dia de Reyes, down there in some part of Baja. We haven't decided where quite yet. There's a lot of need everywhere. But I was looking for somebody to take a photo of this gentleman with his kids so I could document the fact that they were so generous and so kind. And guess who jumped right up? Joseph Martinez. Hey, I'll take that photo, no problem. Took a bunch of great photos, and I deeply appreciated that. She kind of said a lot about the kind of a guy he was. Well, good things happen to good people. Joseph, with that 315-pounder, doesn't surprise me that it was on board the Endeavor with Tucker McCombs, one of the finest captains anywhere. That guy is not only such a great captain, but his work ethic is second to none, and he just never stops trying. And it paid off. Big fish. In fact, Joseph had 3 bluefin tuna, including that gorgeous 315-pounder that he caught at night on a knife jig. Beautiful grade fish. I mean, the fish of a lifetime. You could never imagine catching a fish like that a few years back here in our local waters. It's amazing stuff. A beautiful fish, and our congratulations to Joseph, to Tucker, to the crew on board the Endeavor, to everybody at the Ventura Harbor Sport Fishing Landing. Really great job. 805-676-3474. Highly recommend you get up there and get on a boat out of Ventura. I was on the Island Spirit earlier this year with Cody Rogers, and we had an absolutely wonderful time. And incidentally, if you go through the archives on Friedman Adventures, you can find a great podcast with Tucker and with Cody that I know you're really going to enjoy. What a catch. Fantastic. Joseph, nice going. All right, let me take you south of the border. Things seem to have calmed down. There's still reports of some craziness going on down there in Baja California, but nothing, that you can point your finger at. I mean, reports of some guys traveling around that might frighten some people, but I think it's pretty calm down there. There's been no interaction with tourists. It's pretty calm. I mean, we get that from Albert Ponce as well as his lovely wife, Crystal. They're down there. They're having a great time. Thousands of people are going back and forth. I don't think it's an issue anymore right now. We'll keep our eyes on that situation for you all. But down there in Ensenada, our friend Arnie, man, he says tuna are becoming more and more evident down there in the Ensenada area. Now, they've been evident for a long, long time. They've been everywhere. You see tuna all over the place. When I say more evident, and what Arnie means to say is they're starting to bite a little bit better. More yellowfin, more bluefin. Are they getting finally to the point where they've consumed all that small anchovy? I don't know. There's a lot of it around still, but they're starting to bite better. And in addition to that, the pongueros down there are doing really well on kelp patty fish, dorado, a little bit of yellowtail, but more dorado down there. And the dorado are pretty nice grade as the season goes along here. Man, those fish grow. You can measure their growth daily. They grow so fast. So another month, you're going to have even bigger dorado. Another 2 months, we don't get any winter-based storms, and this water stays warm. Boy, I'll tell you, in November, we're going to be catching some real bulls. A lot of this 8 to 12 pound dorado for those guys down there. They're doing really well, and they're adding tuna to the scenario now. So that is all very, very good. Now, are we seeing the same thing with the San Diego-based boats? And the answer is absolutely. Really great dorado fishing for many of the guys. The Mustang was out on a recent trip, 2-day trip, I believe it was, and he woke up on a kelp, waited for the sun to come up, and in 45 minutes had limits of flatheads. A lot of 8 to 12 pound stuff. Beautiful fish, great eating, acrobatic and colorful. I don't know what more you could ask for here in our local waters. And I call local waters anything within 70 miles, 80 miles like that. Local sometimes refers to the coast, but when we're talking about pelagics like that, man, I'll tell you, this is special, special time. The Mustang also, after they got, fixed up on dorado, went up about 15 miles and got into the bluefin area, and they like what they saw. That fish is starting to react to the chum, and it's starting to bite a little bit better. They got 3 fish, 3 out of 3, like that 20 to 40 pound grade. We saw a lot of that on the Malihini the other day. We saw school after school after school of breaking bluefin all throughout the area, so I know what they're talking about. So it is trying to settle and bite a little bit better. You definitely want to have 30 to 40 pound fluorocarbon, www.opsonusa.com. Put in FA at checkout. You'll get a note from Greg and a free gift. Definitely want to have that. Definitely want to take your time and choose a good hot bait. I like a butt hook bait. It swims out away from the boat. All you got to do is spool it back a little bit. If it stops swimming and it'll take off again, it's a great way to get a bite, and it has been super effective, and we're seeing more and more of that. How about the San Diego? For more evidence that I think we're looking down the barrel of the tuna getting ready to really bite. Is it there yet? No. It's starting to head in that direction, and I think from here on out, you're going to see better and better scores. San Diego, 31 yellowfin tuna. They run a day trip. Remember, they leave, I think, at 5 a.m., 31 yellowfin, 12 bluefin tuna. That's some pretty good shooting on a day trip, and that is looking better and better and better. And I still want to emphasize, you still have to find that magic kelp to get it done on the dorado. Some guys miss. Grande had a little bit of a tougher day yesterday after having some magnificent fishing. 17 guys, 17 dorado, 5 yellowfin, and a yellowtail. There are still those scores from time to time. Grande tomorrow, or today I should say. I'm guessing he has a huge day. So it does happen from time to time. You do have to have that fluoro in case you hit a kelp that doesn't want to bite that well. And remember, change your bait regularly. Choose a good hot bait. Look for that bait, the hardest one to catch in the well. You've heard it a million times. That's the one you want on your line. All right, that bait that is bumping. You see a bait that bumps in to the sides of the bait well. You know, it's kind of doing that. You don't want that one. You want that one that goes to the corner of the bait well and then quickly turns in there like that. That's the bait you really want to toss out there. That will get you bit. Best way to get it done. And just generally speaking, there are dorado as close as 2 miles off the beach. You saw that on the new Seafort the other day. Dana War Sport Fishing is all over the local dorado also. Up there in the San Pedro area, yesterday on board the Pursuit, 34 dorado. Not bad. Native Son, 47 dorado. And boats like the Victory, 24 guys, 31 dorado. Guys are out there, Enterprise, all those guys are getting a shot at it. It's a special time right now, and you should take advantage of it. Now, it's a little scratchier, it seems like, up this way. You really need that floral. And I would say 20 pound in most cases. 20 pound should get you one of these dorado. There's some 5 pound dorado, which you can bounce on 20 pound. There's some 8 to 12 pound, no problem with that. And you want to drop your hook size down also. That's very, very important when they're finicky. Okay, when they're wide open, use a 7/0 hook. When they're finicky, a number 2 hook. 1/0 hook at largest, I would say. You don't want to go any bigger than that when they are finicky. And you're just going to have to observe and gauge what is going on each individual kelp. All right, let's talk islands, because all of a sudden, the yellows that I told you are going to filter into the islands. They're going to come off those kelps and filter into the islands. We're seeing more and more of it. We see it at Todos Santos Island down south off Ensenada. More yellows. Still some barracuda there. Decent calico bass fishing. The Coronado Islands right now, it's almost like it's a secret. I mean, it's really good fishing. The Mission Belle was there the other day, and they had 40-something yellowtail. I mean, scores from, I want to say 30 to 70. Even better than that, on decent grade yellowtail 8 to 20 pound fish, biting a fly line bait, biting the yo-yo iron, the surface iron. It's really good at the Coronado Islands. You have to have a passport when you're within 12 miles of Mexican territory. So to fish those trips, you need a pasaporte. But boy, I'll tell you, there is some awfully good fishing going on there. And San Clemente Island, Thunderbird went in there and had 45 nice yellowtail. Grade was beautiful. Nice fishing on 12 to 18 pound yellowtail. Some fish up over 20 pounds. I'm telling you right now, there is some good island fishing going on. Up in the Channel Islands, they've come down to earth after a spectacular year. Come down to earth. 315 pound bluefin tuna on the Endeavor, but I'm mostly talking about the local islands up there, catching rockfish, good amounts of that. If you like to catch rockfish as much as I do, some of the best eating fish in the sea, and that's really biting well. And there's still some sea bass and halibut around. The Mirage at 3 halibut, nice, beautiful, gorgeous halibut there, and so that's still going on. You always can fall back on the rockfish up there in that neck of the woods. I don't know how you can beat that. On the coast, there's a little bit more barracuda starting to pop up down there in Ensenada. That's a little slower along the coast. Good calico fishing, Punta Bond area, and that beautiful, pristine, gorgeous, rugged Baja coastline you get to enjoy when you fish with the Pongueros down there. I absolutely love that part of our world. And you get up to San Diego, a lot of those guys are tempted to go offshore and catch a dorado, but the guys that are staying along the beach are picking at the bass, getting an occasional barracuda. Same thing up there at Dana, a lot of short calicos. Same thing up in this neck of the woods off San Pedro, Long Beach. There's been a spot or two of barracuda, so bring some surface iron. And up there in the Channel Islands, Island Spirit, with my friend Cody Rogers focusing on the bottom stuff. Excellent deep water rock fishing in the morning for him, and then in the afternoon he had some really good whitefish, sheep's head in the shallows. Nice fishing. And Santa Barbara with some excellent fishing going on up there in that neck of the woods. Albacore update, courtesy of my good friend Captain Tommy Holland. Tommy says they are murdering the fish in Westport. It is really good up there in Northern California. Some huge days on albacore up there. Will they filter down here? It is way late now. It looks like I've blown another prediction, but you're all used to that by now. So great fishing up there. I'm glad to see that going on. We thought it would slide down a little bit further, but it has yet to do that. All right, my friends, what a gorgeous Sunday morning. Thank you for spending time with me. I deeply, deeply appreciate it. Keep Eddie Leland, our dear captain, in your thoughts and prayers. Remember, September the 10th, I'll be at Bass Pro Shops. And what a dope. I teased the surf fishing in the very beginning, and then I skipped over. There's some really good Corbina fishing going on up and down our beaches right now. Light line, like 6-pound, natural baits, sandworms, ghost shrimp, sand crabs. Down by the Huntington Pier, you can dig up some sand crabs and then just start walking north. And remember, you can see those things, so a good pair of polarized glasses is always very, very good. Up there around the Topaz Rock Jetty, good Corbina fishing. And up there on Dockweiler Beach, a lot of yellowfin croaker biting that 3/4 ounce chrome crocodile. All right, I'm back to saying goodbye again since I lost my train of thought there. Hey, thanks everybody. Really, really appreciate it. I'll see you at Bass Pro on September the 10th. Of course, morning briefings every morning to the thousands of you who are tuning in every day. I can't thank you enough. We just broke 800,000 views, all thanks to you. And of course, I'll be keeping you up to date and more long form podcasts coming up in the very near future. Take care, my friends. Have a lovely Sunday, and thanks again for joining me.